I'm in a Jimmy Buffett concert and
Okay.
there's a golf cart. And I'm drinking and I'm like, oh,
And you're not supposed to be drinking.
no, I'm not supposed to be drinking.
Okay.
And I'm on a date and I get in this golf cart. I'm like, I do a lap, just a joy lap around the thing. I wasn't taking it anywhere, but somebody called and was like, this guy with no shirt, hopped in the county golf cart. And the cop pulled up behind me and I just immediately had that like, dude, what are you doing? You are effed right now.
Yeah, you're on probation.
You're on probation. You're, drunk and they're going to run your thing. And I said, hey, and I grabbed my stuff and I tried to split. And when I did that, they tried to tackle me and I got up and I kept going. They sick a dog on me. I fight the dog off. I have a huge chunk out of my ass from this German Shepherd. I hop a fence. They shoot a taser. Now it's like this snowball thing. They shoot three tasers.
These are San Diego police?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
San Diego police. And there's like 100 people watching this whole mayhem go down. And they take me down and they give me all the love. and I'm bloody, dirty. I get in the back of the cop car. And I just hit the nail.
Most places in America, a Navy SEAL could outrun the police.
Yeah.
Not San Diego. San Diego's got some fit police officers.
Well, the thing is I got away from the police. I got away from the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I got away from the first two tasers that I pulled out. It was the third taser and they shot me one of those long ones. And they got me right in the middle of the back and I couldn't get it. But it was because of that police report that I ended up, that's what ended up was the nail in the coffin. And I'll tell you why, what happened with Navy JAG with that. But when I got in the back of that cop car, I knew I had hit the nail in the coffin of my SEAL career. Mm-hmm. And I said, call SEAL Team 7. Like normally you'd probably try to like manage it at the lowest level. I said, just call SEAL Team 7.
You told the police officer?
Yeah. I just call SEAL Team 7, tell them you have me under arrest and what the deal is. He said, okay. And that caused this shit storm and, the team's mustered because of me. And so now they go drug test me. I get out, bail out, and I drug test me. I passed the drug test. But then Navy JAG's reading the police report going, this guy pulled out tasers, he fought the dog, and this and that. And he's on performance-enhancing drugs. And I was. And they sent my stuff up to the Olympic Testing Center for steroids, and I lit that test up. They're like, dude, your test is too high of this. And I said, yeah, I wasn't denying it. And because I wasn't denying it, I wasn't trying to fight it. I said, yeah, this was the case. And, I was like, what do I need to do to kind of mitigate the work for the team and stuff? And this was the side that I really started to see. So now I'm pulled offline and my life's over, right, to me. And the Master Chief at the time, he looks at me and he goes, you going to be okay? You going to do anything? You okay? I looked at him. I said, yeah, I'm okay. I'm not going to do nothing, nothing stupid. And he said, okay. He's like, I looked at you and I knew you were good. He's like, but this is going to be a rough go for you. I said, I know. And it was a very challenging time of now I know I'm getting processed out. I take a general discharge because I wasn't fighting it. It was part of the deal. They took my GI Bill if I hadn't had to, it wasn't trying to drag this thing out. And so I signed out, had to go back to jail.
Oh, so that's actually a good thing. They let you get a general discharge.
Yeah, they took it. Well, they gave me an OTH, but the captain of SEAL Team 7, a lot of respect for this dude. He said, this dude, yeah, he's done some stuff, but he had done a lot of good work for us for, 6-7 years. And he doesn't deserve an OTH, right? He's done some, so he has the ability to cap it one from whatever your discharge. So I got a general. So I really appreciate that. Was a really cool move for him. And I probably didn't deserve it, but I really appreciate him doing that for me.
Good on him for doing that.
Yeah, I'm really grateful. And now the military side's kind of clear that I'm done. And so I'm kind of processing that. I have a brother-in-law still there and the family stuff. And I'm trying to figure my next step out during this time. I'm still getting sued. Still now I'm violation of probation. So now I have federal marshals in a van looking to extradite me back to another state and just so much chaos. I don't even know how I was breathing. Truthfully, it was just so much tension. But I get it cleared up, go back to jail, commute my probation and actually get it processed through with just some good attorney work. But after I walked out of jail that second time.
How long were you in that second?
A few weeks again.
Okay.
So it was like a few weeks, a couple times up in the same spot. But the COs up there were like, this fucking guy's back, like this idiot. And I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, you're right. And that's what I said to the correctional officer. Like, dude, you cannot. And that was walking out of there. I was like, dude, I can't do this anymore. And I didn't. That was the last time I had ever been arrested ever, was at that time. Either I still had a lot more to learn, but I knew I was done with that part of it. Like, I just couldn't deal with rising from the ashes again, or going to jail again and breaking it all down. So I walked out of jail, and now I'm no probation, out of the military, and into the civilian world.
Did you have a plan? Like, hey, what transition plan? What are you going to do?
Yeah. And so I knew this was happening for 6 months, right?
Sure, yeah.
So I'm okay with leveraging contacts, and I had, through the SEAL community and golfing and different stuff. I don't even really like golf, but
you know how to drive a golf cart.
Yeah. Yeah.
just not
not well enough.
Yeah, not good enough. Not good enough to get away from the cops. But
and I knew I wanted to get into real estate. I wanted to get into real estate development. Talk to the right people. Got some sit downs with some good people, and ended up walking into a supervisor position for the largest private residential developer in the United States on the largest project in the United States. So now I'm driving another golf cart, riding around a $750 million project as the number 2 guy, and I knew nothing about construction. But I know how to manage teams, and I know how to admit when I don't know something, and then I'll find it out, right? Yeah. That was one thing I am good at. And so we ran that project down in South San Diego for, a year. We did 19 million in sales, from underground trenching all the way to final sale, walking through homes and doing well. But this, without the governor on of the military and this purpose, and I had not addressed the identity issue in the least, or the faith issue, really. And through this piece, I will say, and this is an important, I always knew I had a protective and guiding force in my life. I never have questioned the reality of God. Never. Even in like my darkest times, it wasn't, it was, man, dude, I guess I'm going to have to power through this one. Let me know the lessons. That was always the internal tone of me since a child. I always felt this presence that I spoke to and had a direct communication with. I felt that. And I, even as a young child, I would read the Bible. There was just a lot of something powerful about all that. And so through all this, I was trying to pick but I like shelved faith. I shelved that commitment to like moral excellence. I just couldn't identify what that was yet. But I was like, knew whatever I was doing wasn't correct. But I was taking Adderall every day, Xanax, was drinking every day, at night. Oh, take the edge off. But I was in the gym sipping vodka after work. It was like waking up early, crushing it all day, doing sales and making all these wickets, smoking weed at night. Now it was legal. And that's fine, right? It's all good.